They're using music and dance to get students interested in math. It's all part of the Summer Arts for Learning Academy here in Baltimore. And here to talk today about the program, Dr. Mark King, Chief of Education for Arts from Maryland, and Dr. Lauren Diresta-Stasio, Director of Differentiated Learning. That's a heck of a title for Baltimore City Public Schools. Thanks for both coming by. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I like what you do at this program because sometimes you have to find a unique way to get a kid to learn things that maybe are not their favorite, math or reading, and you find a way to do it through this program. Tell me all about it.
Well, absolutely. I think what's most important, to your point, is the differentiation and level of engagement that we produce when our students are in our pre-K through 5th grade. But I think what's most important is continue the academic progress that City Schools has made during the course of the school year. And with support of the Summer Funding Collaborative, we try to put it all together and make learning enjoyable again and not so much like a summer school atmosphere.
Right, so if you're trying to do times table, there might be a song that goes along with it. Or maybe if you're working your way through a passage of a book, there's a dance that keeps you in rhythm with the grammar that goes with it. And I think that's genius for a parent who has thought for many days doing homework, how do I get this done? And this is a good tool.
It is, and that's one of the reasons why we enjoy partnering with SALA over the course of the summer, because obviously we want these students to have fun, right? Everybody wants to have fun over the summer while still being sure to mitigate learning loss.
Have you seen some of the success? When we talk about Summer Slide, have you seen when they do a program like this, because you've been at it for 11 years now, that outcome changes from summer to fall?
Oh, absolutely. Not only do we mitigate the summer learning slide, but there are also actually academic gains based on the program that we do. Because it's an all-day program for Title I students here in Baltimore City Public Schools. And I think one of the things that is really attractive is there's also an aftercare piece. So parents don't have to rush when they get off work to try to pick up children. So we take care of them during the school day, and then there's the aftercare piece, which allows students to also interact with different art forms like they do during the regular school day.
Right, we should say there's some fun involved with summer camp as
Definitely.
well.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Tell us about the program in itself. Walk me through what's an average day as we look at some of the video now. What's the average day for a kid that comes in and takes part each summer?
Well, they come in and there's 90 minutes worth of math and there's 90 minutes worth of literacy.
Okay.
But what it is, there's an artist who is with the teacher and they collaboratively plan, so they co-teach together. So whatever standards the City Schools identifies, the teacher and the artist get together and they plan a lesson on how to integrate art into that standard.
Okay.
So there's the math portion, there's the literacy portion, and for our younger children, there's also exploratory in the afternoon where they get the opportunity to explore different art forms that may interest them. And for our older students, they get to select what we call a major, where they get to go to an art form that they actually like and want to participate and learn more about. So that's pretty much the course of the whole day.
Okay. And Lauren, I'm guessing that there's some tools that can come out of a program like this in the summer that you can apply during the school year?
100%. So one of the reasons why we enjoy our partnership with SALA is because they are very cohesive and collaborative with us when it comes to our curriculum.
Okay.
Because research shows that students that engage in a similar learning structure over an extended trajectory do have better success. And so the ability to collaborate with SALA so that way we can discuss what curricular options work best for our students and alignment with our high quality instructional materials is really beneficial.
Do you find that a hands-on curriculum is one that is changing for a kid, life-changing for them, or as far as their education goes, when it is hands-on like this?
100%. I think that definitely the way that students learn, old school mentality of sitting down, paper, pen, everything that is really has demonstrated that it is not providing the impacts. And so many of our students, especially now over summer, they want to have fun, they want to be up, they want to be moving around. That's how friends are made. And they really learn more from each other, and so SALA provides that opportunity in both math and literacy for the students.
Tell me about the after performance. Like, have you heard some of the success stories from a kid who was with you one summer and then sees you the next and say, "You won't believe what I did this year at school"?
Well, one thing that we have knows because we also work with special education students, those students who qualify for extended school year. And what we have seen through talking to their teachers when they go back to school is that they are more engaged and more in tune to the lesson, simply because they've had the experience in the summertime to where they actually learn the curriculum, but as you said, they're also learning how to address it in different ways. So it's differentiated and it's engaging. So when they go back in the fall, they are more engaged in the actual lesson.
And it carries on. So if I'm there in the 5th grade, I might be showing the same skills I learned in 5th, say in 8th grade. And I guess, is that what we're hoping, that this snowballs into where they go after school?
Oh, absolutely, because the summer program leads right back into the fall program where the curriculum is implemented by city schools. And then we also have an after school program that we do as well. So there's the opportunity for them not only to have that summer experience, but then there's the after school experience as well. And it's all based on the curriculum the city schools is using. So we're taking the standards where children are struggling, and we're enhancing it through arts and through collaborative planning and co-teaching.
If there's a parent or a kid watching right now and they want to take part this coming summer, is there an opportunity to do that? And if so, how do they get involved?
100%. So we still have openings. They can go to our summer website on our district website and access and register for their child via the parent portal. It'll pull up all of the opportunities available for their child across assorted programs in the closest aulas.
Cool. I love it. Thank you both for coming by.
Thank you.
All right,
I appreciate it.